Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nadia Deviriana and my last student number is 47. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, respected opposition team, I stand here today representing the government side in full support of the motion. This House regrets the implementation of military-style disciplinary measures or pembarakan for problematic students in West Java. We regret this implementation for some reasons that I will elaborate on my speech today. First and foremost, military style discipline contradicts the very purpose of education. Education should be constructive, not repressive. Military system emphasize harsh discipline, physical punishment, and absolute obedience values that go against an educational approach based on empathy, rehabilitation, and character building. Problematic students are not enemies of the state. They are children, many of whom might come from difficult environment, face trauma, or lack proper support. Responding to their struggles with shouting, physical drills, or punishment doesn't solve the root problem. It often makes things worse. Instead of addressing the underlying issues, we are merely suppressing the symptoms. This approach not only fails to provide a solution, but also creates a hostile learning environment that can have long lasting negative effects on students. Furthermore, the implementation of pembarakan raised serious concern about the risk of violence and human rights violation. We cannot ignore the fact that pembarakan often involves verbal and physical abuse. There have been reports of students being slapped, humiliated, or even stripped in public. This is not discipline. This is abuse. And Indonesia's child protection law strictly prohibits any form of violence against children, especially in educational institutions. As a society, we must prioritize the well-being and safety of our children. Do we want to raise children who follow rules because they are afraid or because they understand and believe in the value of discipline? The answer is clear. We should strive to create an environment where students feel safe, supported, and encouraged to learn and grow. In addition to the moral and legal concern, there is also a lack of evidence supporting the long term effectiveness of military style discipline. Some people may argue, but with military training, students become more disciplined. We are not denying the possibility of short term change, but is the change sustainable? Without psychological support, counseling, or family involvement, the effects of military style discipline are often temporary and can even lead to deeper rebellion in the long run. What we need is a holistic approach to education that addresses the root causes of problematic behavior. This includes providing students with access to mental health service, academic support, and positive reinforcement. By doing so, we can help students develop the skills and confidence they need to success in life. And some may argue that military style discipline is necessary to maintain order and discipline in schools. However, we believe that there are more effective and human ways to achieve these goals. By focusing on discipline and restorative practice, we can create a safe and supportive learning environment that promotes academic achievement and social emotional growth. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we are not against discipline. We are against militaristic approach in education because students are not soldiers. They are humans who need guidance, not intimidation. We stand for a form of education that is human, one that nurtures, not punishment, one that heals, not harms. That is why we firmly say we regret the implementation of pembarakan for problematic students in West Java. Let us work together to create a more compassionate and effective education system that support the well-being and success of all students. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable adjudicators and respected member of the government team, we the opposition strongly oppose today's motion. We do not regret the implementation of military-style disciplinary measures or pembarakan for problematic students in West Java. On the contrary, we believe that when carried out the appropriate guidelines, this approach is not only necessary but also effective and justified in certain extreme educational circumstances. Let me begin by making this very clear. We do not support violence. We do defend abuse, but rejecting the entire system of pembarakan just because of implementation issues is a massive overreaction like banning all medicine because a few doctors made mistakes. No, allow me to present our three core arguments. The first is problematic students need structure, not just sympathy. The government wants empathy. So do we. But let's define what kind of students we are talking about here. These are habitually disruptive students, those who constantly break rules, engage in bullying, ignore school authority, and in some cases are involved with drugs, gangs behavior, or violence. Soft approach like one-on-one counseling do work, but not for everyone. Some students come from broken homes, lack any positive role models, and simply do not respond to gentle system. What they need is structure, routine, and clear boundaries, the kind that military-style programs can provide. Pembarakan, when properly regulated, can give these students a clear signal that their behavior must change, while also helping them learn values like respect, discipline, and self-control. The second argument is pembarakan is a transformative experience, not an act of violence. There is a misconception that pembarakan is always abusive. That's not true. In reality, pembarakan programs are carefully supervised designed to challenge students physically and mentally, but not do harm them. In fact, for many students, pembarakan becomes a turning point, a moment where they learn to take responsibility for their action. We've seen real case in West Java where students who are previously aggressive or antisocial came out of the program with renewed pride, stronger discipline, and a more positive attitude. Many even say that was the moment I changed. So why would we regret a method that actually helps students turn their lives around? The third argument is don't blame the system, but fix the execution. The government side focuses on the risk, physical or emotional harm. We agree there are risks and abuse must be punished. But again, that's a problem of execution, not of the system itself. If a school uses pembarakan without supervision, or if it turns violent, then the answer is better regulation, clear rules, and strict oversight, not eliminating the method altogether. It's like saying we should ban sport because some coaches have been abusive. That's not a solution, it's a surrender. Let's us be smart and balanced. Keep the method, fix the mistakes. In the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, We all want our students to grow, improve, and succeed. The government believes that military style discipline is too harsh. But we from opposition team believe that in some case, firm discipline is exactly what a child needs, especially those who have been allowed to go too far down the wrong path. Marakan, when done right, is not oppression. It is tough love. It is a last resort, but a necessary one. It does not aim to punish. It's aimed to wake students up, to teach them resilience, and to give them a second change through real change. Therefore, for the sake of safety, discipline, and genuine transformation in our schools, we proudly oppose this motion. Thank you.